All right, I'm calling it. The flagship season has officially begun, and we'll start with how Google may have inadvertently revealed the release date of the Pixel 3. Well, according to This Is Tech Today and Android Police, a leak on content marketing platform FameBit suggests that a new Pixel 3 phone is coming on October 4th of this year. You see, FameBit is a Google-owned platform that connects creators with advertisers. So if you're an advertiser and you want a YouTuber to promote your product, you go through FameBit. You see, this FameBit listing, which may have been written by Google or one of its agencies, reveals that the company was apparently looking for Canadian content creators for the Pixel 3 launch on October 4th. Again, we aren't 100% sure that this is indeed Google's work or one of its agencies, so don't put all your faith in this listing. But if it's a hoax, it's a convincing one. Now let's move on to the whole Fortnite, Google Playstore, Samsung saga. Remember a few weeks ago, we got all excited that Fortnite was finally coming to Android? Well, it is, but not through the Google Play Store. Fortnite for Android might be an exclusive for owners of the Samsung Galaxy Note 9, at least at first. The source of that rumor told Android Headlines that the Note 9 exclusive would last up to 30 days. Since that was the only information available at the time, the assumption was that after the 30-day period, anyone would be able to download and install the game. But no, it gets more complicated. Even though the original source told Android Headlines that the Note 9 exclusive would last only 30 days, we know now that it's likely the Samsung exclusive could last an additional 90 days after that. This means that the Note 9 owners will get access to Fortnite first, then there will be a period where owners of other Samsung devices will be able to play it. Now that is likely because Samsung is paying Epic Games gobs of money for an exclusive. Also, you gotta remember that Mother Google charges a 30% cut off of each app sale. In fact, Epic Games CEO Tim Sweeney confirmed the release plan with The Verge, citing, quote, economic efficiency of avoiding the 30% cut Google earns from all app sales on the Play Store. So do you all remember this guy? Kurt McMaster, the former CEO of Cyanogen. And he is infamous for saying things like, Samsung will get slaughtered in 5 years, and that he was going to put a bullet through Google's head. Well, a short time later, when Cyanogen Mod became Cyanogen and tried to become a profitable business, it utterly failed, and McMaster had to wear egg on his face and be humbled very publicly. I would suggest that Huawei learn from Cyanogen. Because just days after surpassing Apple as the second largest smartphone maker in the world, Huawei has announced its ambition to take the top spot. As reported by Bloomberg, Huawei's consumer division chief Richard Yu said that he wants the company to achieve the goal by the fourth quarter of 2019. According to Yu, Huawei aims for a market share of more than 20%. This would be quite a jump from 15% market share that the Counterport Research says the company recorded in the second quarter of 2018. According to the same research firm, Samsung is the current number one with a market share of 20%. Now, don't get me wrong, if you guys remember, I've been a big fan of Chinese manufacturers. I've said before that they were going to take over the middle market, and they virtually have, and they're going to continue to do so. The problem is when you make big, bold announcements like this, you tempt the gods. And you also have a serious hurdle that other manufacturers haven't had. You're going to have a hard time, Huawei, getting into the US market for real. I mean, you're there, but you're not there. So, unless you have a specific plan to tackle that, the carriers are going to fight you and make sure that you can't get into the US market. Let me know what you think in the comments below or on Twitter. But just wait a second, because I got something really important to tell you. There are two types of people in the world. I tell my teenagers this all the time. There are sheep and there are shepherds. 98% of the world are sheep. But sheep don't know that they're sheep. Sheep think that they're original. Sheep think that they're not doing what's normal, that they're not doing what's expected, that they're not just following the rest of the sheep. But most of them are. You see, if you're just watching umpteen YouTube videos and you didn't do anything to make your life better today or someone else's life better, you might be a sheep. Shepherds, on the other hand, they have a plan, they have a goal, they do what is going to make their life better or someone else's life better. That's why they're shepherds. And I gotta tell you, if you watch YouTube videos on a mobile operating system, you may have the seeds, the potential to be a shepherd when it comes to tech. And I'm talking about being a developer, not just a wannabe geek, but someone who actually makes something that matters. Because we here at Android Authority want to be shepherds, so we created the Digit Academy. And that's where our own Gary Sims teaches you how to build your own Android app right from the beginning. If you're a complete noob and don't know anything, he is going to help you right from the start. You also have access to a private Slack channel where you can connect with Gary and other students like you. So, I'm going to make it easy for you. I'm going to give you a 50% discount code. 50% off, but it's only good for 7 days. Why? Because many of you are sheep and are not going to take action. So this forces you to take action right now. 7 days from the published date of this video, that discount code will no longer be accepted or valid. So act now, because the world needs a lot more shepherds in the tech community.
Bye.